Ever seen an M1 Abrams and a Leopard 2 side by side? They look like close relatives. Low, angular, covered in optics and armor. To most of us, they're just modern NATO tanks. But beneath that steel skin, they represent two totally different philosophies on how to build the ultimate land weapon for a war that, thankfully, never happened. One tank was born in American think tanks, its designers poring over satellite photos of Soviet tank divisions. The other was engineered in German offices, still haunted by memories of the Eastern Front. Let's start with the heart of any tank: mobility. The Abrams is famous for its gas turbine engine, basically a 1,500 horsepower jet engine adapted for tracks instead of wings. Sure, it's a fuel guzzler, but the acceleration is incredibly smooth and it flies across open terrain. In the desert, it's like a heavyweight boxer with the feet of a race car, hitting over 40 miles an hour, shrugging off heat and dust that would choke a normal diesel engine. NATO crews in the Gulf War learned quickly: if you can keep it fueled, the Abrams gets anywhere fast. The Leopard 2 chose a different path. It's powered by a big, brutally efficient diesel engine. Still 1,500 horsepower, still fast, but it's tuned for a European battlefield-long road march through forests and villages. The diesel uses way less fuel, which means shorter supply lines and fewer vulnerable fuel trucks. In a long campaign across muddy fields and narrow roads, a Leopard 2 battalion can stay in the fight much longer before its logistics start to strain. Now let's talk firepower. Both tanks rock a 120mm smoothbore gun, capable of punching holes in enemy armor from over 2 kilometers away. But even here, their paths diverged. The original Abrams actually started with a smaller 105mm gun before adopting a licensed version of the German Rheinmetall 120. Later Leopards refined that same gun, making the barrel longer for more muzzle velocity and penetration. The Abrams went a different route, obsessing over its fire control system and ammunition. Inside an Abrams, the gunner looks into a digital world. Thermal sights turn night into day, letting the crew spot and engage targets long before the enemy even knows they're there. The gun stabilization is so good that an Abrams can score accurate hits while bouncing over rough terrain. It's almost like a video game. The Leopard 2 is no slouch here either, with top-tier optics and computers, especially in newer models. In reality, whichever crew finds and fires first is probably going to win. Then there's the armor, where myth and reality get tangled. The Abrams is a hulking beast, wrapped in advanced composite armor that, in some versions, includes classified layers of depleted uranium. In the Gulf War, it took direct hits from older Soviet-era guns and just kept on fighting, earning a reputation for being nearly invincible. But that protection comes at a cost: weight. A modern Abrams can weigh over 70 tons, which is a nightmare for bridges and transport aircraft. The Leopard 2, especially early on, was noticeably lighter. German designers aimed for a balance: enough armor to survive, but not so much that the tank becomes a stationary bunker. Over time, as threats evolved, the Leopard also got heavier with add-on armor packages. Today, modern versions of both tanks are in the same weight class. They are both incredibly tough to kill from the front, but are more vulnerable from the sides, rear, and especially from above, where drones and missiles hunt. Inside, the layouts reveal what each army prioritized. The Abrams was designed with almost obsessive attention to crew survivability. Its ammunition is stored in a separate compartment with special panels that blow outwards. If the ammo gets hit and explodes, the force vents out, saving the crew. Countless tankers are alive today because of that design. The Leopard 2, on the other hand, quietly became Europe's go-to tank. Germany, the Netherlands, Poland, Finland, and many others adopted it, so what if they faced each other? A late-model Abrams versus a late-model Leopard 2 would be a coin toss. Similar guns, similar armor, similar electronics. The real difference would come down to crew training, tactics, and who controls the air above. And that might be the biggest contrast. The Abrams reflects an American approach. Assume you have deep pockets, massive logistics, and total air superiority. The Leopard 2 reflects a more coalition-driven mindset, a tank that multiple armies can operate and maintain. One is a heavyweight champion with the world's biggest support team. The other is a tournament fighter built to show up and win for different teams, so which is better? On a spec sheet, the differences are small. In a real war, The answer has less to do with the steel and more with the humans inside and the entire system supporting them. They are both terrifying symbols of military power, each a master in its element. The real lesson isn't about which tank wins, but about everything it takes to bring that power to the battlefield. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives.